So I've written quite a few programs in gwbasic over the years. This is one that I enjoy. Basically the concept is that these squares follow a rule. They just basically go around. I can just figure out where the start is here. Where did I put that? There it is. Yeah, see, they just move around. Now the sensors basically get triggered, and those actually trigger doors. Now I'll just list the program really fast. It's going to fly really fast now. You didn't even see it, did you? But the heart of the program is right there. This is the part of the program that basically defines what these little squares do all day long. So you have like locate statements, you have all kinds of code here. So, defining the character, looking at the screen, movement. Let's take a look at what's above that one. Okay, so these are the rules right here. So if it sees something, it does something. If it doesn't, it doesn't. These are the rules that define what it does. First rule is priority, second rule, next priority, and so on. Yeah. And then this defines what it does with the actual character, the location of the character. So when we run it, so here are the squares over here. Now I can actually change this, which is really cool. Actually, I can do that. That's fine on that. So I can change the grid, cause it to do other things, which is really neat. And then run it. See what happens. So by changing the environment, you change what the squares do. And then I've got a bunch of other ones. This one is pretty much just controlling doors. Same concept with the squares. You can even change the setting. You can change the whole environment. Alrighty. Yeah, this is an interesting one right here. Alright, this is Yahtzee. Actually, it's not really Yahtzee, it's Yacht Sheet. The difference is, here are all the possible things you can do. You select 5, anywhere, any when, and you're trying to complete each one of these. So your goal is to get the highest score possible. So I can basically go through and blank out one, and then try and get it on the list. Okay, so let's see here. I don't have to do it this way, but so I could put that under, say, 3s. Alright, so that's 3s right there. So the goal is to get the highest possible score. Alright. And then of course it has an ending screen. So you write this stuff down and figure out. Okay, so let's look at those files again. Alright, so every one of these I believe I've written. Let's see. I had my own version of, let's see, thinking. This is kind of a fun one. Alright. This program is to show how a computer can choose place. Please enter 3 numbers. Based on your numbers I choose 4. And I've shown you simple choice. I will offer you greater input. So let's just go through these. Let's come up with some numbers, see what it says. Okay, problem is number 5. No computer control. So based on entering the data, the computer can tell me what's wrong with the system. So I can have, see owner's manual, general failure, core temp too high, rotation angle off, complex failure, no computer control, control systems lockup, not enough coolant, reactor unstable, structure falling apart, core temperature too low, no reaction could have taken place, a unique problem. So thinking involves conditions, each condition is an input. Computer works out possibilities by if-then using conditions. The output is simple and met conditions or a default like 4. I have entered conditions and now I will determine the problem using an equation. Please stand by. Problem is number 5. So we just list it. And clearly it's just based on an equation. Now I'm actually using some trig, sine, cosine, just simple stuff. It's pretty strange. But so it's just coming up with a number. So we can try that one again. This is a fun program to try. Okay, so this time I got a number 6. Control systems lockup. Alright. So if we enter different data, we should get a different response, right? Theoretically. Okay, problem is number 9 this time. Structure falling apart. Isn't that kind of an obvious one though, if the structure's falling apart? Okay, let's just take a look at those files again. Okay, AUG is based on the concept that you're trying to hit a target. I'm trying to type it in. Okay, the random number ricochet. Always good to have inputs. Okay. So the goal is to go from, I think it's this guy to this guy or something, and then it gets more complicated. So we've got redo pipe, fight calc 3, pipe, order, maze, match, Mario 3. Originally some of these were designed for other types and then I just renamed things. Let's see, run Sonic try. So this program was originally written to keep track of game scores. Okay. Alright, so suppose I'm playing the game Sonic. I finished the game. I want to see what my new score would be. That's basically taking all the information from the game that I've collected and basically now I'm going to come up with a new score. Does 3, double 3, 2, real time 23 minutes, gems, oh this is a 4. Numerator, denominator, okay, so the new score is negative. This is a bad thing if your new score is negative. The concept is that I can create a new score to see just how much better my game is based on all the information. So obviously we can just look at the equation here. This is the equation. the data gets entered. I'm actually using sine and cosine to make fun of things here. To have some fun. Yes, it's not a simple straight-through program, huh? Sine, cosine. Huh. Very interesting. Amazing. Let's see, I've got my Euler cycle here. Let's spell it. Took discrete math one time. This is rather interesting. Okay, this is the grid. That's where you're entered in. And then the computer will try and find a path. Is there a path from the vertex? Alright. Let it run. Okay, so you got your vertex problem, vertex 1, position 3. This is stuff that does on its own. If it's all even number, then there could be a path. The whole point of this is just to show, well, in discrete math you learn about Euler cycles. You have a grid, you figure out, okay, does this have a Euler cycle? Is there a path? Well, this program is supposed to tell you if there's a path. So if I drew like a triangle and then mapped it on here, I should be able to get a path. But does the software actually work? That's the question. Alright. And thank you for your time.